we want to get water as deep as we can and encourage these roots to grow deep and be more water tolerant when we are in a drought in the summer times when it gets so hot. Hey everybody, welcome back. I'm Lucas. This is our Liberty House, and it is fall here in Sacramento, Zone 9B, and today we're going to do a little care on some of our fruit trees, and we're going to be adding these deep drip watering stakes. We're going to talk about all the benefits of these. They were nice enough to send them to us. We're also going to be talking about some tips on what you need to do kind of to prepare your plants for the fall and winter season. We're going to be adding a little fungicide to the leaves. It is the wet season here, which means it's more susceptible to fungal diseases. So we're going to be doing that. We're going to go over all of it here in this video. So stick with us and we'll get to it. All right, so the first thing I'm going to do is add these deep drip watering stakes. This is the 23-inch stake. What we're going to do is we're going to put 3 of them around the tree, like in a triangle, and you want to go, around the crown and think where the roots are going to be in the crown of the tree and the canopy. And so about right here is good for this lime tree, and we're going to just hammer it in, and it's we have such hard clay soil here. As you can see, that wasn't super easy, but good thing Deep Drip has built these so well that these tops are basically indestructible. I'm sure that would have got a lot better if I had a sledgehammer, but we have such hard pan clay here in Sacramento that's why we're doing this. It's hard to get stuff in, but we want to get water as deep as we can and encourage these roots to grow deep and be more water tolerant when we are in a drought in the summer times when it gets so hot. These are the 24-inch stakes. You can see they have holes all the way down. They're hollow in the middle, and that'll just encourage deep watering. And they'll water down and out, and they'll fill that space and encourage deep root growth. What's also great is you can put water-soluble or liquid fertilizers in here, and you can get that fertilizer, those nutrients, straight to the root zone instead of worrying about putting it on top. Is it ever going to get down there? I don't know. Is it going to run off? Like if you hand water, runs off. So this is really going to encourage fertilizing and water to get to the root zone. So their recommendation, check out their website. We'll link it in the description. They have really good installation instructions and how many stakes you should have per plant. And so they told us 3 stakes per each of our fruit trees, and so that's what we're going to do here. And then we also got some smaller stakes that we'll show you that I'll probably do in some of our blueberry pots and some of our raised garden beds and stuff like that. So I'm going to install this last one, and then we'll put the drip system in. All right, so now we're going to add the irrigation piece, and you can see we had just this little stake in here that basically just top watered. What I'm going to do is going to cut that off, and we're going to add just an adjustable bubbler here. You could use like a 2 gallon an hour piece, but you're just going to stick that down in there, and then this little slot will hold the drip line in there, and then that'll water nice and deep. You can see this one, we couldn't quite get it in. This hard pan clay is really messing with us. So as we do deep water, we'll try to push this one in farther, hopefully loosen up that clay soil. All right, the last few things we're going to do is just like kind of prepping this thing for winter. And one thing is, to pick up any like fallen or rotten fruit, because that's just going to invite pests and disease to like the base of your plant. So we'll get rid of that, and then if you have some fresh fruit that's dropped, don't let that sit down there and rot. If you have deciduous fruit trees, meaning they drop their leaves, like a fig tree or what have you, apples, you want to clean up dead leaves from the base, because that's just also going to be a home for, you know, pests to overwinter, you know, and colonize kind of your area. So we'll get rid of those. And then we're also, like I said, just going to spray a little copper fungicide just to help prevent any fungal growth, especially in our cool and wet season. We really don't have any on here, but I'm just going to do it. It's not supposed to rain anytime soon. The stuff will run off, so we'll just treat it now to hopefully knock anything out that's been growing since our last rain. So it's just a light spray. This is like all natural and organic. So it really doesn't hurt just to give it a quick spray down to help prevent any fungal disease. And then also, you know, if you have citrus trees, they're very susceptible to leaf miners, and they're relatively harmless. They tend to go after new growth, and what it is, it's a bug that lays its eggs in the leaves, and then the larvae create these like paths you can see. So you can pull these off, but what really we don't want to fertilize or prune in the fall. We don't have huge frost problems here, but if you live in, you know, maybe zone 8 or zone 7, you're still going to get frost. You don't want to prune and encourage new growth that's going to be susceptible to frost and potentially damage your tree or weaken it. And that's also why we're not going to fertilize. We don't want to encourage new growth going into the dormant season. We want to give these plants a little bit of a break. So we'll prune and fertilize heavy in February after we've harvested all the fruit and before it flowers again. We'll prune for shape and structure and also fertilize to give it a boost going into its growing season. That's like a black spot fungal disease, and that's why we're using this copper fungicide to help knock that back. All right, also, Deep Drip Watering Stakes has a variety of different sizes. They have these 8-inch stakes that they also sent to us that are great for containers and pots. And so these are our blueberry plants, and we're also going to add them here, and they work just the same. Put this in. You can add your drip line and put the cap over the top. So make sure you guys check out their website. Like I said, we're going to link it below. And if you are subscribers and you're following this in real time, check out our Instagram. It's the same handle at Our Liberty House. We're giving away 2 4-packs of these 8-inch stakes. And as always, hit that like button, subscribe to our channel, and we'll see you next week.